behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody, it's Paul Mash TV time once again. We're glad that you could join us again today. And we got a great interview coming up for you in just a moment. But before we get into that, as always, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And whenever we have a new interview ready for you, you'll be notified, and we hope you'll check that out. And leave a comment on the comment section. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you go to our Facebook page, it's facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. And feel free to like the page, inboxes, comment, and everything you see. We'd love to hear from you there as well. And there's good old-fashioned email. That's paulmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And you can use that not just if you're a band or a solo artist that wants to be on a show. But hey, if you're simply a fan, you can use that same email address. We'd love to hear from you. And we're going to recap all of this at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Long Beach, California, we have RocBox. And he's a talented hip-hop artist, as you can tell. And we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, we've got a quick word from ClickJam. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
We got history. Got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could.
Okay, it's interview time again, and with us from Long Beach, California, we have RocBox. Thanks for joining us, RocBox.
Hey, what's up now, baby?
Well, it's good to have you here. We've been trying to get him on the show for a while now, but I'm glad we finally got you on there.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit of how it began for you? I mean, did you always want to be an artist? But tell us in your own words. We'd love to hear.
Well, when I first heard Sugar Hill Gang back in 1979, I heard the song Rapper's Delight. And when I heard it, I automatically knew that's what I wanted to do. So my mother started, would buy me rap records all the time and everything. I started studying it and everything. Started trying to write rhymes and all that. And then maybe like then a little, like a year or two later, my mother passed away. And I still had all the rap records. So I started rapping after that. I was like, okay, it's that time. So that's what I started doing. And then the Fat Boys, they had just won a record contest. They had just won a talent contest up in New York, and it was on the news. And I remember talking to my sister, and we was watching it together. And I seen the human beatboxer. He was beatboxing and stuff. I didn't even know it was called beatboxing. I was already doing it, but I just used to call it just making music with my mouth, So, yeah, so I ended up, and then once I heard him, I started emulating him, and then they started having other ones come out, Dougie Fresh, Biz Markie, Reddy Roxy with Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. And I mastered all them, I mastered them. I knew how to do all of them. So I got tired of that and it was like, okay, I got to start doing something of my own. So when I started bebop, I started keeping it West Coast and just keeping it old school. So that's what you hear now when I do beatbox, And that's why they call me RocBox, because I rap and I beatbox. I do both.
Okay.
Always have. Yeah, that's what I'm known for.
Yeah, and it's interesting because both the Human Beatboxer and Prince Marky D are both gone, and we miss them both, I'm sure.
Yes. Rest in peace. Yes.
And well, why don't you tell us? I'm sure that you already mentioned the Fat Boys. Were there any other influences in your life? I think you also mentioned Prince Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or whatever, Will Smith and all them.
Oh yeah, Will Smith, and then well, you know, he was the first one to win a Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 89, where when they did the televised, they started televising hip hop. He was one of the first ones. But my influence has always been KRS-One, you know, Big Daddy Kane, Ice-T, Run DMC, probably, you know, NWA. It's a lot more too. I could go on and on. You know, a lot of them influenced me though. I just love hip hop, period. You know, that's just
Yeah,
me.
I can understand that. And like you said, Ice-T, of course, he's now an actor, but he was a pretty good hip hop singer in his day, or rapper, and KRS-One. I mean, you can't go wrong with the classics. That's what I say. So, you know.
Right. That's the truth. Well, I did a cipher with KRS-One about 2 years ago, recently in Santa Ana, and it was nice too. It was cool. You know, it was an honor. I know that much because you know, just to even meet with him and everything. And I had went up to him and I was like, well, I'm RocBox. You're gonna hear from me again. And he was like, well, I hear you now. So I just shut up. I shut up after that. That's all he had to say to me. He's like, I hear you now. So okay. So he went on and did his show and checked out the show and everything. And then afterward, he called me and my homegirl Kitty Feta, who's actually an artist that I work with on one of the songs I got called Grown Folks recently. But me and her, we did the cipher with him, and it was pretty cool. You know, it's something always to talk about for a long time now. You know.
Mm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell everybody where we can find you at on social media. I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but if you got any physical copies, maybe you could volunteer that as well.
Right. Well, I'm in the works on the physical copies right now. I just been doing the digital for a while now, but I'm supposed to start making hard copies again because it's coming back to that anyway. Especially with the world about to open back up in a few months or whatever, and people are going to want some things. So I just want to be sure I can be able to make that demand. But you can catch me on Facebook under Michael Netherly. I also have a fan page, RocBox fan page, RocBox on Facebook too. So you could go to either one of those. You can catch me on Instagram under Netherly Michael or Michael Netherly, either one. I got them both. I have 2 pages with Instagram. On Twitter, you can catch me at Netherly2 on Twitter. And then I'm also in LinkedIn too. And most of my music is on all digital outlets sold now. So if you just hashtag RocBox, or you can go to Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, what's that other one? Pandora, you name it, it's there. You know, you name it, it's there. So, and I just appreciate people, you know, supporting, you know, what I do, and I also have other artists that I got out too. I have D Cherokee. She just came out with a single called Too Late. And that's under Ryan Rocky. And then I'm the CEO of Ryan Rocky Entertainment, associated with Wise Guys Global, Nearsighted Entertainment, Honcho TV 100, Grind Steady Records, Lane Makers, SES. I could go on and on. I deal with a lot of folks, you know, and that's just the tip of the iceberg right there. And anybody I didn't mention, you know, y'all in my minds and thoughts and everything, you know.
Okay. Well, yeah, those are a great bunch of guys there at WGG there. So everybody go out there and get his music on the streaming platforms. Check him out on all those social media places too, like Facebook, so forth. I know he would love you for that. And in just a minute, we're going to be playing one of your songs. Y'all Gonna Hear Me, I think is the name of the song.
Yes, it's called Y'all. Yes, Y'all Gonna Hear Me, produced by Eddie Paper and Knockout. It's actually a single that's coming from a upcoming EP called Music Over Everything. And right now I have the video out now, but the song is coming out in all digital outlets sold on Monday, on March 22nd.
Well,
So y'all can check it out. It'll be on all platforms on Monday.
Oh, okay. Well, is there a story behind this song that you want to tell everybody about, or?
Actually, yes, it is. Actually, I wrote the song a long time ago. I was actually incarcerated when I wrote it. And I always kept it, and I always wanted to use it. And recently I was with my girlfriend like a few months ago, and I was letting her hear the rap, and she was like, well, you got to do this. You got to do this. And I was like, okay. So one of my friend Knockout, which one of them that produced it, he was saying, he called me one day and he was like, hey man, let's go to the studio. I got some beats or whatever. So we ended up going to the studio, but at the time, after I got off the phone, I thought about that song. And so I ended up actually recording it because, like I say, I already had the rap a long time ago. I wrote it a long time ago. So, and it all worked out. And so that's what you hear today. And then, I don't mind talking about my past, or whatever, because sometimes hopefully I feel like I can reach somebody that can relate to it and it'll help them out of their situation. So it's more than one significance basically to the song. So, and I just want everybody to check it out. And, you can check out all my other music too on Spotify and YouTube and everything else whenever you get a chance. And all the social medias that I had mentioned earlier, you can check them out.
Okay. Well, it's great. It's a great song, and we'll be getting to that in just a minute. But RocBox, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. We'd love to have you back sometime. Maybe if you ever want to plug anything new.
Oh yeah, I'll be honored too, man. I appreciate you for having me too. And
yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem.
Right. And hey, and everybody that's checking it out right now, whatever, make sure y'all tune in to Paul Match because he be doing this thing. He got some good interviews and everything. And if anybody want to get out there and get some exposure and all that, this is the man. And I just wanted to.
I appreciate the plug there, Rock. You made my day, man.
Look, sure. Same here now. Likewise.
All right, let's get to that video. You gonna hear me by RocBox, and we'll get to that in just a second. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hell, I'm ready to get paid. Been walking several miles, spent years being a meter man. Drunk brute for recreation. That's right. Hell, I deserve it. I had legal steady occupation. They act with Jordans it brings. What? If my possessions are earned, nobody gave me a damn thing. Drop my depressions, counting my blessings. I'd rather shoot rhymes than shoot a damn Smith & Wesson. Your politicians make a call. Mother side children dies, it's society's downfall. Several years, my only girl was bruised. But now I got a woman, if she go, who will I turn to? Now I please different girls, but I'd rather please a woman until she leave this cold world. Where's my family? Tried to reach my sanity. Rest in peace to the deceased, the world abandoned. Y'all don't hear me. Don't know where I'm from. That's all I know. That's all I know. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't know where I'm from. That's all I know. Get mad, I get a pen and pad. Hell, if I never get rich, I can't miss what I never had. People love the way I lyricate the live with folk stuff. The lyrical heavyweight, you hesitate. I work for underpaid wages, it's outrageous. So with persistence, I had to rock several stages. Hard times form hard rhymes. I take the lecture chair, rap the city to crime. What? Drake, bruise, slave crews, even pay my dues. You keep the rhythm, homie, I maintain the blues. I'm at the point of no return and watch you earn the squirm if you bad. You take what I've earned, what? This is the real flow. I'm not a storyteller, I love rap. I'm not your average cat yeller. But when I want to put them things to an end, I sit back, collect my thoughts from my rebellion through an
Y'all
end.
don't hear me. Don't know where I'm from.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
Y'all don't hear me. Don't know where I'm from.
That's all I know. Born in LA, San Diego, Compton, Long Beach to live. Before Jackson, South Carolina. The Fort Hood at the store for Camp Kentucky. Now in the ATX. Can't live with them now. This heart came from the West. What? Never knew what the future would tell. Did I be writing this last verse in the midst of a jail cell? Thoughts of wonder as I repent from a sin. Looking out the window, what's on the outside looking in. Love struck, yeah, I thought it was on it. But due to teacher of the Lord, the dog returned to his vomit. Now I'm grown, I'm on my own in this world alone. I gave a dog a bone, and I chose a rock microphone. Lord, deliver me fast as you can. Came with the thoughts of a boy, leave with the thoughts of a man. Never knew where I was going, but I know where I've been. Got a piece of paper, put my rebellion through a ink
Y'all
pen.
gon' hear me. Don't know where I'm from.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
Y'all gon' hear me. Don't know where I'm from.
That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I know. Rhyme rock us, 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 rhyme rock us.